Mr. Ali, welcome to the Jewelry Pod. It's a pleasure having you. Thank you so much for joining us such a short notice. And I want to congratulate you on your position of Vice Chairman of Dubai Business Group for Gold and Jewellery Design.
Thanks a lot. It's an honor actually to be with you here in this podcast, and I'm really happy to be here.
Our pleasure is all ours. I was reading about you, and I was honestly not able to summarize you in few words. You are a man of multi talents, and I would request you to please tell our listeners what all things you're doing.
Let's me. Okay. So my name is Ali Al Ali. I am an artist and jewelry designer, and also coin designer. And so this is my artistic side, and also a pilot. And when I have time, when I free time, I'm a diver also.
Amazing. When you get time to do all of these.
I think I mean, if you manage your time, you find like a lot of times to do different things and different activities during the day.
This is amazing to know. I'm sure each topic and each of your quality is worth picking one at a time, and we will be talking more about it. I would want you to tell about how you are paving path for new talent in the region, especially in the jewelry industry, and as vice chairman for the group, and how it is beneficial for everyone. I also wanted to know that the initial dialogue with the Dubai Chamber of Commerce, when at the time it was being formed, what was the initial dialogue between the group and the chambers?
Dubai Business Group for Gold and Jewellery Designers. Honestly, it's a really amazing initiative. And I really thank Dubai Chamber of Commerce to start this. Because as a designers, when we started, or as when I started, we would like some platform to start with, some information that actually we want. And this platform, this initiative, fill that gap. And it's not only for a new designers or a new talents in the region. It's for all the designers, especially the ones that actually been here on the market for a couple of years, and even more than that, even 20 years and plus. We'll try to help each other and grow our businesses, and see the faults that actually we did, and learn from each other, and push each one and another in the right direction. Because as a new designer or as a new jewelry designer, we tend to be lost. Like there's no right routes or right direction you can actually follow, and this platform acts to collect all the designers, the skilled one, and highlights and put spotlights on them, and share their stories, not here in the UAE only, in the region and also internationally.
So this was an initiative taken by the designers, or it was an initiative from the government that something like this exists, let's go and support them?
It's initially from the government, from the Dubai Chamber of Commerce, who's actually the one contacted the designers and tried actually to form this platform. Yeah.
And you yourself being an artist and a designer, I'm sure you had your own set of challenges, and you had a long journey of doing so many things, you're wearing so many hats. So I wanted to know your personal challenges, your personal journey. You're hailing from an Emirati culture, which is very similar to, I believe, Indian culture. So were there any inhibitions initially from your parents' side? Were they okay with your being designer, or it was how you came into this field exactly?
It started as a hobby. The whole thing from the school. I don't remember when I started actually drawing and painting and all of that, from my early ages. And in this region, to keep like an artist or like artistic thing, it's a hobby is fine. Nobody will say anything. But to use it or like to have it as a career, it's something like really challenging. You need to face a lot of people actually to do that. And so for me, from the beginning, from the schools, I was doing this art. I was going to competitions, winning competitions, and then I joined the Sharjah Art Institute, and I continued that as a hobby. And then I started my career in a different direction, and then I kept that in my mind. I always fascinated by creating new things, creating new ideas, extracting themes, extracting motives from everyday life, and I kept doing that for as long as I remember. But then when I had the chance actually to put that in a practice, in a paper, then I visualize it. I say, like, can be done. Can be something really amazing.
And was that your calling, that here you feel more belonged, or this is what you really want to do?
Yes, definitely. Because from the beginning, I was like doing all of these arts, and you feel it yourself. Like, there is something really exciting when you finish the artwork and when you finish your sculptures and stuff like that. So it was amazing during that. And back to your, like, the family. As long as it's a hobby, nobody will say something. Right. But the time that you think it's going to be like a career, then everyone will start questioning you. Yeah.
I will be a bit sneaky over here for some good reasons. You were telling that you were in mid of a customization project that you don't want to talk much about at the moment. People will gonna see it eventually later, but would you just want to give us outline, what you're working on? What's your inspiration? Is it a private project for royals, or it's your own personal project, or it's for an exhibition?
It's the project that I'm working right now on. It's a personal project. I started with really private design for private people, and these designs are really not for everyone, or not for every day wear. And I start thinking about, like, doing something for my personal life, for my life, extracting these the meanings that I really like in my life, the journey that I went through, and put in a piece that people will appreciate. And so this is the idea behind the project that I'm doing right now.
So we are talking about a jewelry project,
yes,
right?
Yeah, jewelry project, yeah.
And would you want us to tell that what kind of material you're using, or?
I mean, it's a material. It's going to be gold, silver, and platinum, and it's going to be for the family, and to celebrate the family, your kids, your daughter, your like whoever around you, and send, let's call it, send a message for everyone in the family, and try to keep it, like, I don't want to talk about more about it.
No, I completely understand. Like, I respect that as well. Wishing you all the best for this project.
Thanks.
And this brings me to next question, that you are also a coin designer. So
yes,
and those designs are like exceptionally beautiful. I could see it's very much inspired by culture of Emirates. I would say it's culture of UAE. So tell us about how you design coins. Is it a commercial project, or again it was a passion project that turned out to be that received great recognition?
The coin design started when I was studying in Dubai Design Academy as a side project with Checkmint company, and I collaborate with them in a really small piece of one of the coins, and I did design the calligraphy in that coin. And the coin called the Treasure of the Gulf. And then after I designed the coin, I really like it. I was like, this is something different. This is not from like everyday jewelry, and it's a unique project. And then I contact with the company and start a new project. It's called Above the Cloud. And this was really one of the projects that I really liked, because at that moment, the moment that I was transitioning from my previous job to the new job, and felt like a lot of meanings while I'm doing the coin. The Above the Cloud coin, I put a lot of effort and a lot of knowledge that I had from the aviation into that coin. So it's a very special coin for me. And alhamdulillah, it's a very successful coin right now, and it has a lot of symbols from the aviation. And during that period, I was like thinking about going back, flying back, or like continue on this journey. And the idea behind it is whenever you face like problems in our like in aviation, whenever you face a problem or like turbulence and stuff, we tend to climb higher above the cloud to reach the smoother ride. And this is basically the idea behind the coin, and I really form every piece of it around this idea.
Amazing. So it's inspired by one of your experience, few of the experience from your past job.
Yes. Yeah.
That's amazing. And you translated them into a design.
Yeah.
Wow. You're thinking on very different level. When you say that you are a pilot and a diver by hobby, but for my understanding or for anyone's understanding, I believe these are really high concentration requirement jobs. Not everyone just say that, I'm a pilot by hobby. So was that accidental, or you went extra mile to be a pilot or a diver?
No, I worked as a line pilot for around 13 years. So
Amazing.
So I started in 2009, and my last flight was in 2021 as a commercial pilot. And so I went the extra mile. I extended, like I felt the whole job. So I flew to different continents. I flew to different destinations, faces different of weathers and situations. So I did, went to that extent in my job, in my previous job.
And what do you have to say about diving?
Diving is a hobby. I started diving in a period when I was off ground, not flying. My brother, he's a diver instructor, so it was easier for me just to go with them and start actually diving. And this is the thing that, I mean, maybe identify me. I like to do different stuff in a different timing, and diving was one of the things that I was like, this is a new world below us in the water, and let's go and see it. It's you need to see it actually to experience it, to have something out of it. And this is how I did it. So I went there and I took the first license, the second license, the third license, and then
MashaAllah, that's amazing. And besides DDA, have you had any proper education of designing, or were you definitely, you told that it was your hobby since long, but you went professional training with DDA?
Yes, yeah.
And have you done any other courses, or you traveled outside UAE to seek your design degree or any other courses?
The design degree that I have is from DDA. It's the diploma in design and art. And I did a couple of courses. It's amazing. Like I start with the simple course. It's as ring stacking, and then I went from there. I really like it. I went from there for hand illustrations, and then I went for the CAD designing course. And I studied in IGI, I studied in HRD, I studied in also the DDA. And beside that, I was doing the study in Sharjah Art Institute. So all of that was just, and to experience that in a different timing was really nice.
It's a beautiful connection of dots, what all experience you had, be it your past job, your current job, or the training, how everything came out together as on today. I believe that's amazing. That's beautiful.
Thanks.
But I'm very sure this was not a smooth journey. You had your own set of challenges, and I would want you to talk about it, because everyone just sees you today as vice chairman of the amazing group that Dubai was longing for a very long time. People see you for your art. They love you for your work. But honestly, it's time that we should be celebrating challenges equally. And I would like to know what challenges you faced when you were in your career phase, when you were probably transitioning from pilot to designer. What were your challenges?
I mean, the challenges, they will never end, honestly. I faces a lot of challenges, especially when when you decide, like it's the fact that actually you decide from leaving this higher paid job and a really higher status and go to a different field that actually has no limits. It's a really challenging choice to choose. I've never had any problem with art and drawing and all of that. It was my natural instinct, and I was like, okay, this is something I do. But transitioning from a hobby to a job, not everyone will believe you that you can do it. And was one of the hardest questions that I went through, that I was like, is this the thing that I want to do? Is this the thing that I'm going to be in my future? And I will look back, I will be proud actually of achieving this position. And was like really, I'm saying like it's really hard on the body, but it was actually really mind challenging because I woke up in the morning, I went to the DDA, I studied there for the part of the course, and then after that I go to Sharjah, and then I studied in the Sharjah Art Institute. So my day was from Al-Fajr prayer all the way until 11 p.m. and that's all outside without reaching home. And did that for like about 2 years in a row, and it was really it's like when you walk in, like everyone, you can see the questions in everyone's eyes, like, what are you doing? Like, why you're doing all of this? You were like really happy in your position, but why are you doing this? And this is the questions or the thing that I couldn't answer back then, and now I can actually say I can answer this now, and I feel really proud actually of what I've achieved.
What was your personal take on self-doubt?
Honestly, I came over it by, I should actually thanks my wife because she was the one actually supporting me, and she told me like, you can do it. It's just go with it, because she can feel it, and you know it's really hard for a new family to switch from one job to another, and I really thank her, thank my mom also, and those two really they stood next to me and they told me like, hey, okay, you can do it, go ahead, and I was really, now I can feel it, like they are really proud of me and I'm really happy for me. So, and at least I found my really passion.
Good. Thank you so much for sharing these moments with us. Ali, Dubai as a city, how much weightage you would give to this city in your growth, in your whole career life, and in terms of opportunities, in terms of what all things it has to offer? Because we as an expat, when we see Dubai doing something amazing, that's a every other day conversation at our home back. And they are like, this is what happening in Dubai, you know, this is what happening in Dubai. Isn't it so amazing? And we are always like, we always are like, yeah, Dubai is amazing. You belong to the country. You're an Emirati. How you and your community see this?
Dubai is an amazing place. Seriously. It's always push everyone to the next level. And we think whatever it's actually impossible can be possible here in Dubai. And this is really a proud moment that we have. Whenever like we wake up in the morning, I see like in the news there's something new in Dubai, or like there's a new idea or new achievement. It gives us that position that yes, we can do more. We can do something new. We can do something nobody actually did before.
Even thought.
Yeah. So it's. I mean, I'm speechless. I can't actually speak that really about Dubai, because it's really one of the cities that drives everyone to the next and amazing directions.
So in your household, or when we raise our kids, when we have a young generation around, is it turning out to be a culture of excelling everything, or how the common dialogue at a household goes around? Like Dubai is excelling in every aspect of life.
Yes, definitely. It's it's in the kids. You can see it's, yeah, we can do stuff. We can reach in places that nobody actually reached. And this is what the spirit of Dubai it does to everyone. It's not even for the locals, even for the expat.
100%.
When you see in the news that something new happened, new idea, you wonder what's the next, and you wonder, like, are you going to be the next one who's going to do this or not? And you try to do your best actually to achieve something. So this is the spirit of Dubai. Actually, it's really amazing.
And it did help you as well to achieve your goals. And
Yes, yeah, definitely. Dubai was a really nice place. I mean, it's a really place for ideas, for new thoughts, for a new start. If you want to start something new, if you want to start something really nice, it's an amazing place to start your dreams. Let's call it. So yeah, it helped me a lot. Especially when I exhibit my artworks, when I see the community, when you see people actually coming and appreciate your hard work and appreciate your work. It's a really unique position to have here in Dubai.
talking about your prints and arts, is Dubai or the Arab culture is your inspiration? Because what I saw, it's an abstract. Your designs are not for everyone. They definitely have to say something. They are deep. They have a deep meaning within. So what is your inspiration? What gives you kick to create an art? What keeps you going?
Everyday life. So whatever I see, whatever I travel to a new place or I see something new, this drives me to do something. Even if I was like in the car, or like seeing something new, seeing something different, hearing new music, hearing something like I've never heard before. This is the thing that actually pushed me to do something new, pushed me to do my artwork. Most of my artworks are from the, as you said, abstract, but from every day. I can't actually say it's going to be separated from my jewelry and art. And that. I see it all my art practice, because some of the pieces that I did was extracted from some of my art, and some of my art was actually extracted from some of the pieces that I do. So for me, I see it as a whole thing. I don't see it as different. When you walk in the street, when you see people, when you notice like really small stuff around you, and you try to create something out of it, this is how I create my what's it called, my whole art. Yeah.
Putting it out in more simpler words, every artist has a style. So can you put your style into words? Like it's as you said, it's inspired by daily life. Few people have to say it's inspired by nature, or probably it's inspired by mountains. So
when I say daily life, like everything, even if I walk in the desert, I sit down sometimes in the desert. Some of my art, my pieces was from the desert, from the sand, from the water, from the other day I was in the mosque and I was praying, and the guy in front of me, he has a really nice shirt.
Amazing.
So after he finished, I looked at his shirt, and then I went to the car and then create one of the pieces. And this is like how I do it. So it's not like from the nature, from everywhere. The pieces that I did, my artwork, the first pieces that I did was an air view of cities, and I took sections of the cities, and I worked on the connection between distance and sizes. So this was the first series of my artwork. So whatever I collected from the aviation for the past years, I put them in paper. I put them in a small or in an art piece of jewelry. So this is how I do it. Yeah.
Amazing. Ali, you're a recipient of several awards in jewelry design. Yeah. Especially one, you got Ebdaa Award for pearl design.
Yeah.
And what we all know, that pearl and Arab culture goes hand in hand. It's incomplete without mention of pearls. So, what's your association with pearls, and how is it something that inspires you as well? It inspires you to create more and more. How important pearl is for you as a designer?
As a designer, pearl is in a different category. Seriously, that's for me. I really like pearl because they are unique. They are you'll never find two pieces of pearl. It's exactly the same. And this is gives me something that's actually each piece, it has its own identity, and it has its own life. So when you design a piece with a pearl, you need to design it in a way that actually it will have like this personal vibe that actually around this piece or around this pearl. And as you mentioned, pearl in this region was one of the biggest businesses here in the UAE and the region. And as you know, like most of the girls, they have pearl names
Lulu.
here. Yeah, Lulu. There is a lot of names in the Arab community with the pearl associated with the names of the pearl. So it all the time, pearls has a really unique place in our heart. Let's call it.
I completely got it. So besides trade aspect of pearl, what's the cultural significance? Like it signifies something, like, or it has. Of course, it has a historical value as well, and that accounts for one of the ancient trades in Arabic history.
Yes.
So besides that, how you see it as a philosophy, or it has some cultural significance?
I mean, it's honestly, I'm like it's pearls because of its unique structure, and it's unique piece because you need to back then you need to dive to get it. You need to face danger actually to get one of the pieces, and a lot of people actually died getting these pearls, and it has really it's like a trophy. It's like some achievement in your life when you get one of the pearls. I know nowadays most of the people, they don't actually really go that extent actually to get the pearls, but it still has its unique place in the culture, in our life. People see it as kind of symbol of pureness, of symbol of uniqueness, and it's not like some of the jewelry, the stones, they have different meanings and stuff.
Right.
But because of the region, because of the heritage that we have here in the UAE, pearl, they do really have like really its own place in our life.
Amazing. Thank you for sharing that. Ali, what are your future projects? Is it a design project, or is it for jewelry? Or you can also tell us about your passion project, which you had planned mentally, but you're still waiting for the right time.
So my future project, it's a really nice project. I really put a lot of thoughts in it. Been now, I guess, maybe 2 years that I was planning and sketching and doing all of these experiments. As I mentioned earlier, it's a project that I saw growing in these past 2 years, especially from a father perspective, especially for my daughters, especially for my kids. It's going to be something really amazing. So this is my future project that I'm really working on, and inshallah it's going to be for let's call it like a couple of months, inshallah.
You're a family man, so even your art, which is upcoming, is has significance of family.
Yes.
It has some weightage about oneness as a
Yes.
family.
Yeah.
Amazing. And Ali, wanted to know, as this designer group is already formed and you all are going places, what are the new initiatives by the group, or is someone is starting their journey? Can they just access to you, or they have to go certain process to reach out to you? How they can get your help?
It's for everyone, all the designers, the beginners, the one in the middle of the road or like in the middle of the journey, the one who has been in the design sector for like 20 plus years and stuff. Simply they can follow us on Instagram. They can send us messages. The board members. And then we'll add them to the group. It's a very easy and open group. It's not like we have some requirements and all of that for now. So it's an easy one to join this group. You reach out to any of the board members or even the members. They can actually talk to us, and then we'll add the members. And we do have like regular meetings with the members.
Are you launching any programs for the designers or?
Oh, I can't say now, to be honest, because there is a lot of programs that kept upcoming, and they are really amazing. We went to different like design institutes. We have different suppliers. We have different people that actually can help the designers grow their businesses. So we are connecting with a lot of people and trying to make it possible for a new designer to start his business and grow and then show his business into the world. And even the one that actually in the market, wherever they lack in, and we try to fit in and try to push them into the right direction.
I really hope it just turns out to be one-stop solution for all the aspiring designers. Over here, I would like to take a special mention of one initiative in India, Mumbai. They have created one structure called Bharat Ratnam, and it facilitates as one-stop manufacturing solution for anyone who wants to get their jewelry done. If you are a designer or if you're a business owner, you can just reach out there. You can get your things done there. It has different sections of filing, polishing, melting, and everything. So it came out like after like we are seeing that happening in 2024. Something like that, can we ever expect in UAE? Are there any talks going on to create something like that in UAE?
Yes, definitely. We're trying actually to have not to call it like a full solution, but it's one stop, as you said, because the requirement of different designers is different. And we have a lot of manufacturers here in the UAE and suppliers also. And each one of them has a different way of doing their products. And, you know, designers, some of them, they want like for mass production. Some of them, they were like really unique pieces. And it's a different requirements for the design. So as a group, we would like to be like, as a one-stop, as you said, for everyone. So each designer, when he will require something a bit different, he can ask the members, he can ask the board members, and then we'll try to direct him to the right person in the market. And this is how we formed this group.
Ali, in your journey, did it ever happen that you designed something and at the time of manufacturing or while you could see it 60% done, it's not coming how you perceived it to be? I'm very sure this is very common phenomena with designers who always, because you are thinking on a different perspective altogether. However, it's not necessarily that artisan or the CAD designer or whoever is giving shape to that thing is on the same wavelength.
Yes, honestly, designers are really artistic designers. Sometimes they go really crazy on their design, and unfortunately, you can't actually have all of these artistic features or pieces manufactured. There is a manufacturing limits, and there is manufacturing, or there is material limits also, and definitely that happens when you go really artistic on one side, and then you compromise on the wearability or the movement of the piece, and then you end up with a piece that actually really hard to manufacture. That happens. I'm not saying it all the time, but some of the pieces that actually required to go a little bit lower in the artistic side, to have it easier to wear and to have it more flexible, and for people actually to enjoy it even when they wear it.
And it happened with you, and you just toned down your design or complexity of the same?
Yes, yeah, definitely. It happens to me with one of the pieces, and I restructured the whole pieces again, because when you see it from one direction, from a designer perspective, you'd like to have like the most beautiful, complicated piece ever. But again, it's the limits that you have in the manufacture or in the materials. Sometimes it limits you in the design, and it's a good thing actually, to be honest, because it shows the skill that the designer has. Because you go from a very complicated piece to a very simple piece. It's a skill, and trying to avoid or trying to find solutions around these pieces are really it's a different art, I call it, and it's something that a skill that you need to practice over and over and over actually to have these pieces complete.
With advancement of 3D renders also, I believe this could be minimalized to a certain extent.
Yes, definitely. 3Ds helps you to visualize the piece and see if it's going to work or not, how it's going to move, the connections, how you're going to place the stones and everything. And that's definitely helps a lot. But again, some of the pieces that you do in the 3D, you see it's going to work. But then after you print it out and you cast it, then it has like really, it's not exactly the same as you picture it. Again, like if you see
it's
it,
a bad marriage.
Yeah, I mean it's again, if you see it in yourself and you hold it in your hand, then you feel it differently, and yeah, this is one of the challenges that we need to face in this field.
And do you feel that getting associated with a really good manufacturer who understands intricacies or the complexity of the design and is capable enough to do the work? Because there are now, we're blessed to have such companies in UAE that do give shape to amazing jewelry, and being associated with them to begin with is like getting minimizing your risk of getting a bad piece done.
100%. Standardization and really good manufacturing, and the 3D designers also, when they actually understand the materials, they help you a lot to finish the piece, and to have these all in a place helps you a lot to mitigate all of these issues that you have in your piece. But again, yeah, it's 100%. If you have like a really nice standard manufacturer that they have experience with such a kind of pieces, they will help you a lot, and they do have solutions most of the time, honestly. Yeah.
Ali, one advice that you would love to give to younger self, what would be the one advice that you would give to yourself?
It's as an advice for a younger designer.
For yourself, for that
for
matter.
myself, as when I started.
You could be when you were like 15 or 16, you would be super worried that would that happen or not.
Yes, I mean, it's just as an advice, just do it, because life will go on, and trying a new thing is always exciting. Limit yourself to whatever people saying is really. I mean, it's not a fun position to be at. Trying a new stuff, trying a new ways actually of crazy ideas that you have. It's a really nice way to live your life. Not to extend that actually you go really bad on them, but at least try the crazy ideas that comes to your mind at least once. It's going to be really amazing, and you will have a different experience. If you're not going to gain something right away, maybe in the future, like in 5-10 years, maybe you'll have something really amazing to say at once.
As I'm sure, like you have achieved a lot, and you have worked on your passion projects. You have also worked for the career. Then you switched and you did something that you loved. Is there any sort of regret that you hold, that I wish I would have done that?
No, not really. Honestly, I'm speaking really in an honest way. I don't regret any of the time that I've been there. Of my previous job or like now, because I think it happens in the right time. When I was flying, I was collecting all of these information. It's nowadays I can see it. I can actually see it because I extract a lot of these moments that I went through, different countries, different situations that I went through, and I'm really happy when I put them on the paper because it's a story that I can say. It's a story that I'm telling, and it's not a story that came up from my mind. It's actually experience that I've lived in. So I don't have any regrets so far.
You're very
It's
lucky,
kidding.
man. You're very lucky.
But honestly, I think it happens on the right time, and I think everything happens in the right time. If you start regretting about things, then you will lose the moment.
I completely agree with you. Do you ever aspire to collaborate with a commercial brand, or do you have this thing in your agenda to launch a collection with a commercial jewelry brand, or you're already working on it, or probably you could have done it already?
Working with the commercial brand, I had that idea, but as you grow up in the design industry, you have these different ideas, like which one is going to work with you, which one is the best for your skills and ability. And yes, I've reached out to different brands, but I mean, to say that something actually really happened, no, it didn't actually happen that easy. But I can say the coin is one of these projects that I worked with, Checkmate, and it's actually commercially you can purchase it. And then I thought about it, so let's put something really personal for me. It's something that actually I'm really gonna say. It's gonna speak about me and the journey that I had. So this is the thing that I planning right now and designing right now. So I switched from a very private. I mean, I still do it right now, but from a very private designing sector to something that's gonna be really amazing, inshallah.
Wishing you all the best for that.
Thanks a lot.
Ali, if given a chance to reframe, you are a jewelry insider, you know industry inside out well, and if you given a chance, what one thing or two you would love to change about the industry? I'm talking about the narrative as a broader perspective, hypothetically.
Oh, okay. So this is honestly one of the things that I really would like to change is the, how am I gonna say it? It's the,
Just say it out. It's okay. I mean, like you need not to name people or brand or
no.
anything.
I don't want to name anyone, but
No, just say I would love if it this way, or I would have had higher
Okay, yeah,
appreciation
let's do
if it's
different.
if it's this way.
yeah.
We're not
Okay.
taking names away.
Okay. I really love if it's gonna be easier for upcoming designers and they have like a really nice structure market to show their talent. Because some of the designers, they get disappeared in these big companies, and you can't actually see their work really. And by having a place for those designers, I think the market is going to be a bit different. You will have different styles. You'll have a different taste of designers, and that will have like, it's going to be like more of an artistic market than more of a commercial market.
Commercial market. I completely second you, and I think we shouldn't take any sort of shame while saying it loud, because that's fact that designers do get lost in the process many a times because of opportunity, many a times because of resources, I should say. And I really respect the thought that you, at least today, you came in here and shared it with us.
Thanks.
One advice that you would give to upcoming designers or the business holder?
Seriously, wait on your design. Don't expect your design is going to be the hit tomorrow. Do your work. Study more. Try to learn new skills. Try to do a different experience. Try to visit new places. These things gives you the different ideas. Gives you more of I call like full of resources that actually
These things induce freshness in your...
yeah. I mean, it's collect sources and use them in your designs, but and this is what I see, like most of the designers, or there is a lot of designers that they think if they do a design today, it should be a hit tomorrow, and this is one of the mistakes. You need to go the extra mile, and you need to show people that actually you are talented, you are really have something different, and it will come, inshallah. Definitely it will come.
And as an entrepreneur, what do you have to say to the designers? Because it's often seen that people who are creatively strong, sometimes it's not 100%. What one advice helped you to be successful as an entrepreneur, yet you never had to compromise with your art?
The community, try to actually reach out to different people. Each one of us knows his weaknesses. So by communicating with others, by collaborating with other businesses, you can cover these weaknesses. And yes, for sure, like there is a lot of designers that they're not financially strong. They're not like really business men. But by collaborating with others, yeah, you can achieve it and find out whatever you're missing in others, and this is will go.
It was lovely talking to you, Ali.
Excellent.
I really thank you for coming on the show today and sharing such amazing bits from your life. Really enjoyed having a conversation with you.
Thanks a lot. I'm really glad actually to be here, and thanks again for inviting me to this show, and I'm it's this is the story, I guess. I will say it to everyone.
It's a beautiful story to tell.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks.